Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. So I'm just waiting for a ride. Well, my ride, oh, here he comes. My ride's good, but I'm just waiting for a ride. Here he comes. We're heading to Princess Auto today to get some stuff. So let's get at her. Oh, we're just about to Princess Auto. I just wanted to show you this huge Canadian Tire warehouse in here. It's just massive. Can't really give you the scale on here, but this place is huge, huge warehouse.
Show them Amazon too.
Oh yeah, when we get down around the corner here, we'll show you the Amazon building. I don't know if I can get a side perspective there. It is way up at the end there. Great big joint, but over here, it's not quite this building here, but when we turn the corner, I'll show you the huge Amazon building. How many acres was it?
Oh, I forget.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. I think it's over 1 million square feet though.
Definitely, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, anyways, let's have a look here. There it is, big Amazon. I think it's like 1.2 million square feet or something, this place. So that's where all the shipments come out of. Actually, I got something coming today from there. I'll show you that maybe later.
Okay.
This is a big joint. It takes you apparently 28, almost 30 minutes to walk from one side to the other. I have a friend actually that works there. She goes all over the place in there, and it's like, holy cow, that's like you're gonna burn your legs out. Now that's set back a long way off the road, but it's huge, huge. Anyways, Princess Auto. Gosh, I could move in here. I wonder if they'd feed me potato chips and peanuts. Probably that's about all they sell there for food. But anyways, not after too much today. I'm just getting some of those pellet thingies for the air dryer. We'll switch that around later, maybe today. I think it's been at least 5 years since I put the other one in and filled it up with the pellets. So anyways, here we go. Going shopping. Ooh, a dangerous thing. Wood chopper thingy. Yeah. Must be like a spring thing in there or something. Expensive enough though. 20 ton. Wow. Attic log splitter. Keep your fingers out. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Powered lift table. Alright, we got our pellets. Guess we'll head her home and rip that dryer apart. See how the old pellets are doing. I think it's been at least 5 years. And yeah, let's get at her. Alright, I do apologize for Princess Auto there for all the sound being muted. There's a lot of music playing there and it's all the copyright crap, right? So I don't really want to have to deal with all that. So that's why it was muted. I do apologize anyway. So you've seen some of the stuff that we got there. So this thing is my air dryer. It's not for up here, it's from my other shop, but I figured it was 2017, I think April something 2017 we installed this, so we'll probably do for have a look at and make sure she's all good. Check her out and stuff. And down in here there's a big long, well, there's a metal round disc on a big long pole thing that goes up to about here that keeps the pellets from getting down into your hose there, right? And then, of course, it goes all up through the pellets and then out your there. So we're gonna pop the cap off, and I got to get a little bit of a container of some sort to dump the pellets into. I can find something, I'm sure, and we'll have a look at these pellets and see how the old ones are. Now, mind you, since I haven't been filming down there, I haven't really been using up so much air, so the only time I really use it is when I'm blowing out the lines for the cemetery there, the water lines. So you get a bit of use there, which is kind of funny. You're drying air and then you put it through and blowing out a line. But anyways, it's all one system. So I got to get you mounted. I'm just using the iPhone today. We were shopping there, so I'm going to get you mounted somewhere here. I don't know where, but we'll figure something out. All right, that's not the most ideal. You're probably going to feel a little bit of the thumping there, but anyhow, I got some brand new thing of pipe dope here. My other one I've had it for a long time, and it was kind of dried out on the bottom. I'm going to use it for probably sealing the caps on. There is plastic seals. I'll show you those when we get in there, but this stuff's good because it'll keep the rust from kind of rusting things together. So try not to vibrate the table too much here. But, oh, like that, sorry. Oh my gosh, who put this on? Ugh. Get that kind of there, maybe. And we'll open this up. Actually, a pretty good angle there. And I probably should put a something around that to keep it from scratching it all up. How about some newspaper or... hang on a sec, I'll get something here. A piece of this stuff maybe would maybe work. Okay, let's get this down here. A holder, hopefully. And I've got a monstrous pipe wrench to take that off, and that should go this way. I'm going to do this end first, and then we'll dump the pellets out the top. Oh, not tight. There we go. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. Hey, not too bad. Put like super fine threads on these, and remember my last one, my yellow one I had a heck of a time getting because it was right against the wall. That's hard to get in there and tighten that back on, so it ended up cross threading, and it had rusted all out too. It wasn't in good shape, so well, there's a bit of rusting in there, but there's that plastic seal way down that white thing there. That's the only thing that seals it, so it kind of like a little something else there, I think. All right, what do we got in there? Well, there's pellets. Got to find a container. Something that's not super dirty. This one's had oil in it, but I can soon enough clean that out. Just in case these pellets aren't super bad, we can dry them out maybe and use them again. But regardless, I'll probably put the new ones in today, I think. That's not too bad. Okay, so I'll have to get you up here after, but we're going to dump these things out of here, hopefully. Maybe I don't have to take the other end out. That would be nice. They get a lot worse at the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to look outside in the bright. I might need a light. Yeah, I can't see down there. So I'm going to have to use my cell phone light. Or we could take the other end off too. Guy in there. I'll show you those pellets. There's not a whole lot of them. So, you know, you buy something and it comes with like a little, looks like a packet of sugar, but it's not. It's like that stuff. That's what that is. So. Oh no. Oh boy, I bet you I moved you there. I think the whole bench moved there. So this is the bottom. This is my drain. So when it's every week or so, I give it a little psh, and it blows the crap out. So far, it's not looking too bad. The other one, oh god, it was rusted up. And this thing here, that wouldn't even open. It looks like they've changed these to plastic here now. But it's a bit rusted up. Well, ugh. I don't think I'm going to worry a whole lot about it. I need another towel though. Darn it, I might be out. Oh, there's one there maybe. Be nice to get it out, but I might need a pair of pliers, but I don't want to mar that thing all up, right? Let's see if a pair of pliers might help a little bit in there. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the little baffle thing, right? So it lets the air through, but it doesn't let the pellets get down there where it's going to make a mess. Oh, there's still a screen in there too. Uh-oh. Boy, I don't know if I'm going to get that out. It looks like there's two screens in there. And this thing, like I say, it used to be metal. And I cleaned it up, sandblasted it, primed it with the good primer, and then painted it. Put it back in. The next time I serviced my other one there, it was already like rusted to crap. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, what a piece of junk. But they would just make these tubes out of stainless steel. Problem solved. Ah, what a mess. Give me another towel. Hang on. More towels. Where the heck did I put my towels? Oh. Here's one of these fellers. So one of these days I want to get this grinder back together. Soon, hopefully. Like, I don't really need it right now, but okay. It's hard to see in there. They don't drill much of a hole in the pipe, though, it feels, when they weld on this little nipple guy here. Gosh, that feels like it's really small, and that's definitely a restriction, I would say. Nice to get that off of there and then weld that back on, but then drill a bigger hole. If that was a 3/8 hole, I'd be surprised. This other end is, yeah, it's pretty much the same. See if I can see it here. It's too dark in there, I can't see that. But I don't think I'm going to get this other piece out of here. So we'll just, I don't even know if I can clean this one. She's pretty grimy. Maybe I'll give her a shot of some 40 here. That'll loosen her up a bit. So I've got little story while we're working here for you. Last year, remember we were out plowing with the AR, John Deere AR, another project in work, we'll say. I filled up the big tank, like the main tank, When I bought it, it was running from, oh man, getting all over me. It was running from the little 1 gallon tank that normally with that tractor you would start it on gas and then run it until it warmed up. And then you'd switch the tanks to the big tank and you'd have what they called tractor fuel back then, which is basically kerosene. And I guess that's not too bad. I'm not going to be able to, I need to soak this in some CLR or something. They run it on tractor fuel. Well, I guess the guy that had it before, he never really cared about running it on the big tank because it's a 16 gallon tank. It's pretty huge. So he always ran it on the small tank. I think I know why now. The big tank had a small leak on the front of it. I should have done a video for you fixing it, but anyways, it had a leak. We bubble tested it, and yeah, it was leaking there. So I guess they had a leak. I don't know if it was this guy or whoever owned it before. Had a leak in it, and it was those tanks are kind of weird because it's like you got like the tank shape, and then the end plates go on, and then the tank kind of curls around like this, and then they around the tank, the seam there, they solder or lead or whatever it was. So I'm like, okay, so it's leaking through that. So there was a layer of solder, and then they gooped on more solder. Hopefully that would stop the leak. Probably didn't. So then they put on, looked like to me like that JB Weld stuff. Well, it leaked through that too. And then there was a layer of silicone on top of that too. So that's not good. So I guess that's about as clean as I'm gonna get that. So I want to make sure these things, there's another grate inside of this thing. Still not coming out too well. So I cleaned all that crap off. And come on. Cleaned all that junk off. Got it right down to the tank, to the metal. And there, I think that's good. That's pretty good. Got it cleaned down to the metal. Got some of the, I don't have it here, but it's a little tube, and it's actually meant for gas. Really good stuff. It's meant for gas. And I just want to clean these off. It's meant for gas. It's meant for oil gas. It's not meant for like a gasket seal though, because it goes hardish. But it's meant for gas. And I sealed up all around that seam with that. And I want to run in some of the, what's that stuff called? Iron out. Inside the little tank too, and the big tank, because the big tank looks good, except right around where that seam is. I had my little 9mm inspection camera in there, and I could see, it's hard to see, but I could see like rusties around that. So I want to get some of that stuff. Got to stir the stuff up real good. I want to get some of that stuff in there in the spring too, when I got water turned back on, and clean up all the rust in that tank, get it all good and dried out again, which is going to be hard. Put it, heat it or warm it somehow so the water evaporates out. And then my stepdad there that we went shopping with today there, he gave me some tank sealer stuff, so we're going to run that in it. And I think just the one end needs it. I don't know, maybe I'll do the whole thing. I'm going to put some nuts and bolts in there and shake it around a whole bunch. But this iron out stuff is actually really good. If you've used it before, you know what I'm talking about. So we got some nice new thread dope. We're just going to put this stuff on here. And this will actually help lubricate it when we try to take it off next time too. This isn't a glue, but it's a thread sealant. And it is pretty good stuff. It's just, it's messy. But a thread sealant, and it'll prevent corrosions. So it makes it easier to get it apart again. So there's one done. Now, That is the bottom, and this needs to be that way. I face that to the wall so it hits the wall and runs down instead of squirting all over the place. So it's kind of like a lubricant, this stuff too, but it does go hard. Like there's some here, I don't know if you can see it, but it does go hard, but it's not hard enough that you won't be able to get it apart again. It's not like a thread locker stuff. It's a thread sealant. It's kind of like Teflon, liquid Teflon tape. Here a bit more. There, that should do it. Because there is a seal in there too. Don't want to squish that down. Okay, now there's a little extra here. I'll probably see if I can get it off. This stuff, unfortunately, you waste a lot of it. Because a lot of it gets kind of, oh, I got it on me. A lot of it gets kind of squished out when you thread something onto it, so. That's it. Still haven't got a garbage can out here for myself. Probably should be doing that. Alright, that's got the worst of her. Okay, let's have a look at these pellets here. Let me flip you around. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch these ones. These are starting to get kind of junk. Yeah, ones at the top still look good though. I could maybe run them through again. Maybe put them on the bottom or something. Some of these nice super white ones are still pretty good yet. Because it's all the bottom ones that get all the abuse, right? So. Well, these probably aren't too bad yet. That one's still like brand new. There's a bit of moisture in them, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just put the new ones into her. But all right, so we got to flip this around here now. One thing I always enjoyed was pipe fitting stuff. I don't know why. It's just neat to bring it together. Okay, it's a bit crumbly in there, but it's not too bad. Oh, you know what? We got to put our pellets in. That's right. Okay. So we'll open up this new box. I was seriously going to put that cap on and kind of get at her, right? But this is just a brake cleaner. Almost done that one. Almost done. All right. Let's get this open. We drove all the way down there for it. It's about a 35-minute drive for us. It's not too bad, but we go past all like that big Canadian Tire warehouse. That place is massive, huge. And the Amazon is just new in like the last year down there. That's a, wow. That's the place that's gonna shut down a lot of small mom and pop stores, right? So these were on sale today. You've seen from the flyer. So I said I'm gonna go down and get some of them. Normally they are $50 now. Wow. I got them for $30. Well, that's not too bad. Well, there they are. New bag. Pellets. You can't really see it. It's one of those bags, but all right. So we need to get this open. Before they used to just come in like a. Would you like a mint, sir? That's what they're supposed to look like when they're new and fresh. Just like that. A couple of them still aren't too bad in there, but they got rust particles and crap on them, so I'm not even going to worry about them. But. Okay, so I got to get this out again. And fill her up. Oh, dropped one. I think I have extras actually. She's right to the top there. Oh, dropped another one. Little squish down. There we go. Now we got good room there. All right, hopefully it'll stay in there while I throw this guy back in here. Pretty sure they will. That's good. And we'll pour the dope to it. Get this bag out of your way. Don't need much of this stuff, but it's hard with these brushes to actually just put a little bit on, because this stuff's like peanut butter thick, right? If you can spread peanut butter, you know, I guess peanut butter is not terrible bad to spread, but this peanut butter is not fun. But it'll cycle around too, so maybe you should give that a blast out too if I got a little bit left here. Don't breathe it in. Be high as I woo! Actually, that pipe dope, I do like the smell of it. Not too sure why they call it dope. They should call it pipe paste, I think. Pipe paste. So if we ever get a good power source in here, we'll say, and a better air compressor, I'll probably be throwing one of these in too. That should do her. Any more would be bad. All right. Well, that, I believe, should be all good. Now, these old ones, what you do with them is, what you do with these is you save them, and when you want a yummy treat, you boil a cup of water and dunk one of these real brown ones into it, and you get a really awesome rust-flavored tea. No, I'm just obviously joking. Don't do that. This stuff's bad for you. But there's still a few of them in there that aren't too bad yet. But I should take these, put these back in here, take them back and say, dude, I think there's something wrong with these. Can I return them? You would not believe. Tell you a little story of Princess Auto and how good they are at returning things. You would not believe. Last time I was there, what the heck did I get? I don't remember now. Last time I was there anyways, this guy brought in a pipe wrench. He was ahead of us in line. It was this thing that looked like he had dug it up out of the ground. It was rusted like you wouldn't believe. This jaw tooth thing here was broken off, and he wanted a new one. And they gave it to him. I'm like, wow, you have completely and utterly abused and destroyed that tool, and you bring it back saying, oh yeah, this thing's a piece of junk, I want a new one. He got a new one. I'm like, wow, that's pretty forgiving. If I was there, I would have told the guy to, you know, kick stones, bud. You know, if this jaw had fallen off, okay, and the tool wasn't all rusted to hell like it had been, you know, sitting out in the back of his truck for like 6 years, okay, but this thing was like hammered on and beaten on, and it's like, you know what, you've abused that tool. What do you think is going to happen? So, but anyways, that was the last time, not this time. So I guess that's about it for today. Can't think of anything else happening right now, but I do want to get this corn grinder back together. And I got the from the other day there. I got the air cleaner here all done for the 9N. I got this screen screwed together kind of with a, you know, she's holding pretty good. And that's basically to keep like the big chaff and stuff out from getting in there and bunging this thing right up. It wasn't terribly bad dirty, but I still have to add the oil to it, but we'll do that when we get her back together. So that's ready to go. What else? Not too much else. I've got some 5/16 nickel nickel copper line. It's like a brake line that I can use for fuel line. So we're gonna mount this new carburetor. I want to first check the tank though, make sure it's all right. We're gonna dump the fuel out. Actually, I should be doing that now. Dump whatever's left of fuel there. Hang on a sec. Come with me. Come with me. And I do have the fuel line is here, so I could. It's even dribbling out of there still. Holy jumping! I can't believe the way some people run their machines. Just terrible mess. Anyways, there's still a bit of fuel, I think, in it. It hasn't all weeped out yet. Yeah, I see some in there. I don't know what kind of fuel he put in that thing though, but man, it stinks. It's not old smelling though, it's just really strong smelling stuff. But anyways, over here, if I can get to it, I'll get a pair of pliers maybe, because I don't want to touch it. We got a freaking continuous stalagmite built up here still, weeping out there. So I could probably get a little more fuel line here and come out this way with it. Maybe, because this is definitely not done right. Holy jumping. That'll go into a tank there. Oh, gee, she's really leaking good now. Oh my goodness. This thing is definitely going to need an oil change. You wouldn't believe how black as your boot it is. Like, oh my gosh. Probably haven't been changed in 20 years. But anyways, I'm going to go get a can and open up that fuel valve there and get that to bleed in here, I think. Check out the vacuum pressure in that one. Holy, that must be a good sealing cap. Holy geez. Oh, I didn't bring a pair of pliers. Darn it. I don't want to touch this thing because it's freaking really stinky gas. Oh, wow. It's really sucking down. All right, where are we gonna use the snow maybe? This will come down into here. Oh, there's some junk in that tank. I could just see that thing opening up there. We are gonna probably have to take this tank off of here before I put the fuel system back together and get it cleaned out, which means this hood will have to come off if I can even get it off. Holy jumping, these things are just rotted down here. There's a nut there I can feel, and a pretty rotten looking bolt in there. That, and I think they come off here too. There's something, I can't really remember. Wow, she's in pretty rough shape, but we'll have to pull her off, I think. Oh boy. But I want to get it. How am I going to do this now? I got to do this out here, I guess, because I want to get it in that container to do the clutch work and stuff to it, right? Look at the crud. She's draining out though. But that'll be the starter. It's just a small tank on these things, like it just goes to there. It's not like it's huge. So that one looks shorter than it should be. Is that even the right tank? I guess it is. Holy shnikes. What a mess. Look at the junk in there. It's just like, I'm gonna be really making that filter work that's in the side here. But I got this new thing, I got a whole new one to screw into there, so when we get the tank off we can thread it back in too, and then make a new fuel line for it and run it through there. It seems funny that, you know, they wouldn't put this thing on that side more where the carburetor is. Like, wouldn't it make sense when they were making these to put them like over here? I guess maybe because of this it would be too hot, but yeah, that would make sense now. The exhaust manifold would be too hot for it. Freaking wires just going all over the place too. I just love this one though. This was sitting here on the manifold when it was running there. Like, really? That's how you run a wire? You guys are terrible. It's supposed to go through this thing here. So this should have come, well, God, there's another wire there. I don't know where that one's going. It's all broken and stuff. Where the heck is that one even going? Down here or something. Holy jumping. Anyways, what a mess. What a mess. Needs a lot of work. But keep us out of trouble. A lot of trouble. Keep us out of a lot of trouble. And basically I need to get it running. I gotta make another crank. I got a 5/8 bar that I haven't bent yet. I'll bring her up here the next day or so. We'll bend that up. We're gonna have to get this hood off. I really didn't want to have to do that, but a few bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm not too sure how many of them are up here. I think it's just these side ones. That'd be pretty sweet to have it tip like Boris though, wouldn't it? But anyways, these ones are probably going to be the fun ones. There's like nothing really to bite into up there. What's this one here look like? Might be a little better. Yeah, I think that's all it holds it is those 4 back there and then these 2. And off she comes, but I'm not sure if this tank is mounted right into the hood too. It'll probably all come off as one Dewey. And it looks like it's mounted into the thing here, yeah, so one whole thing has to come off. Well, we're getting her drained out anyways, so we'll get working on her. Looks like it's still peeing out here. Yeah. Put a bit of fuel into her. Oh, she's almost full there. Oh, geez, I better see how much is left in here. Shut that stupid thing off again. I think she's almost out. Wow, we got a lot of work to do here. But anyways, so I'll get that drained out. No biggie. I'll go dump that into the river after. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. Don't dump it into the river. Look at the sediment. Oh boy. Hopefully that tank's all right. Doesn't look bad, but that might be something that it will clean out really good. Seal it on the inside. Give it a bit of a pressure test if I can. And maybe paint the outside and clean it up and paint it. I could probably get that on my sandblaster. It's not good to get sand in there, but anyways. Filter, that's the filter right there, oil filter. That might be interestingly plugged up good. Be my guess. Actually, funny enough, I tested the antifreeze. Really good. Actually, it was too thick, I think. Didn't have enough water in it, but where are we? Oh, we still got a bit of room here. She's pretty much down to dribbles there now, so I'll just leave her sitting there, I guess, and then I'll come turn that off later. Silly thing, that is not a good idea. I'll use that hose after for something, but not a good idea for running that across there. Oh my gosh, what dangerous that is. That'll heat up and rupture and then just woof the whole thing up. That's why you run these steel lines. Everything else is steel line, right? There's a point to that. That's running steel lines. But I got a bender, I got the hose, I got fittings for it. It's a flare, double flare on them, I think. If I remember right. I can't really remember now, but we'll figure it out. And get the carburetor mounted, make sure that tank's all good, maybe do a bit of R&R on it, seal it up maybe, see how bad it is. And it's hard to see in there because it's all down here, and I'll have to use my scope, I guess. Wow. Wow. That's just scary. Looking up wiring schematics for it, it doesn't look like it's too bad, but it's all up there sort of buried, so maybe do that while the hood's off in the building there. But I just want to get it where I can move it at least, you know, get it off the trailer, get some of these leaks stopped. And holy jump, see what's going on in there. That's your Sherman. And honestly, that's one of the 2 reasons why I bought this one, is because it has these older I-beam arms. It's got a Sherman in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have looked at it. No, thank you. Running boards, I don't know, someone must have caught it on there and bent that right down, so we'll have to get those off and then heat it up and bend it back up or something. Fix all that up. Needs a lot, I know, but hey, we'll get her going. We'll get out plowing with her. It's gonna be awesome. But the bearings are pretty loose there. I don't know if they're wore out or they just need to tighten up or we'll go through all that too when we get her apart here. This bushing in here I think needs done. It flops a little bit that way too, but once we get her the weight off her, get her on jack stands, we'll know better for sure. But anyways, I guess that's it for today. Just going on and on. Showing you what we got to get into here. And splitting it, of course. We'll split the tractor. This side rolls back, this side stays on jack stands, and then we'll do the clutch. And I got to get in here behind the Sherman transmission where it goes through. There's a wall in there where it goes into the wet side, and there's a seal gone because it just peed out of there like crazy. Now I got to get a seal out that's on a shaft mounted inside instead of tearing the whole thing apart. But anyways, needs the fluid change too, and probably needs the axle sealed back there. It looks like it's a bit wet, which means you got to take all these out. All this has to come off. The brakes need a bit of work too. Oh yeah. What doesn't need done of this? Internal engine parts. It wasn't smoking at all, which was surprising. When it was running, didn't smoke, no blue smoke at all. So, but anyways, gotta go. Thanks again for watching. Catch yous all later. You guys have a good day, and oh boy, here we go.